Hello again. In this video, we'll see how to debug using an IDE. So first, what's debugging? Debugging is simply running programs, but instead of running them all at once, we can run them line by line and see what is happening inside and see if there's an error, see it as soon as it appears instead of seeing it at the end of the execution. In each step, you can see the values that are given to each variable. So for example, in this case, we can see this is the VS Code interface. Radius is equal to 10. And we have also a global variable called pi, possibly imported from math, that has the value 3.141592, etc. And some debuggers can let you evaluate expressions. So for example, instead of having to compute what's the double of the radius in every time, we can see that we set a watch down here, and the radius times 2 is 20. These debuggers are not very simple to operate, but with a bit of help you can learn to use them. And with them you can write more and more complicated programs. Because what you think programs do and what programs actually do will differ, especially as we deal with more complicated structures. And your programming skills are very dependent on being able to debug errors complexly. So let's see the VS Code interface. First, we have to set breakpoints. If you click on the left-hand side of the line numbers on any file, you can set a breakpoint shown with a red dot. If the execution goes through any of these dots, it will stop automatically. So if you want to debug a program, we just open the debug panel and then click play for the Python debugger. Then we can see the output that has been run up until this point, because line 11 has been executed, but line 12 hasn't. And from line 12 we have called the method area, and we have reached the breakpoint in line 8. And now we can see the current state of the program. On the left panel we can see the local variables, for example pi squared and radius, and we can see the call stack below, which says we were on line 12 of module circle, and we called area, and we are right now on line 8 of that method. Up above you have here you have marked the current line with a yellow highlight, sorry, and we can also see the buttons bar, which will help us navigate the debugger. Let's see each of these icons in detail. The first icon, continue, keeps running the program, which means that it keeps running without stepping line by line, so it continues as normal until it reaches the next breakpoint. The next button, the step over button, goes to the next line, but ignores any calls. So calls in the current line are run, not debugged. We can also step into the first call in the current line. So for example, if we go back to this example, if we were in line 12 and we click the step into, we'd go to area, but if we click the step over, we would go to the end of the program, and the area equals something will be printed. Step out goes out of the current method, so it runs all the remaining lines, and the restart button just starts over, stops and starts again. Finally, we can stop the debugger with the stop button. So let's see a few examples of these commands. If we have the current line is 7, highlighted here in yellow, and we click each of the buttons, what will they do? So if we click continue, it will go to the next breakpoint, in this case line 9, result. If we step over, we will run the power function and go to the next line, line 8. And we will have the value of pi squared to see on the left panel. Step into shows us goes into the next call in this current line, so in this case power, and it will go to line 11 and 12. Step out goes out of this method back to whoever called us, in this case probably line 15, and it runs the remaining elements on this method. And of course restart would start over, and we will find ourselves in the same situation here, stopped at the first breakpoint on line 7. And that is all. I'll see you in the next video.